The date on the calendar reads December 22nd, 2025. Outside, the world is rushing. The roads are clogged with red tail lights, the air is cold, and millions of people are making that long journey back to where they belong. For decades, there has been one voice that defined this very moment. A voice soaked in whiskey and smoke. A guitar sound that felt like windshield wipers fighting off a heavy winter rain. But today, that voice has fallen silent. The news broke just hours ago. Chris Rea, the man who gave us the most honest Christmas anthem in history, has embarked on his own final journey home. He was 74 years old. This is not just another headline. For those of us who truly listened, who heard the Delta blues beneath the pop sheen, this feels like the lights going out on a long, familiar highway. Today, we walk the final mile with a warrior. This is the story of his final days, his last message, and the untold legacy of Christopher Anton Rea. To understand the weight of this goodbye, we must understand how many times Chris Rea refused to leave the stage. In truth, the Chris Rea we have known for the last 24 years was a man living on borrowed time. Go back to 2001. He was at the peak of his commercial power, but his body was failing. A diagnosis of advanced pancreatic cancer changed everything. The doctors gave him a 16% chance of survival. 16%. He faced a brutal 14-hour operation. They took his pancreas, his gallbladder, his duodenum. When he woke up, staring into that hospital ceiling, something shifted in his soul. He made a vow. If he survived, he would stop playing the corporate pop game. He would return to the deep, dusty roots of the blues. And he did. He didn't just recover, he fought back with a vengeance. He produced the monumental Blue Guitars Project, 11 albums, 130 songs. It was a masterpiece of artistic integrity. He was a man who had seen the end, and it made him fearless. The end, when it finally came, was swift. His family spoke of a short illness. As the noise of the world faded outside his window this past week, I wonder where his mind traveled. Did he return to Middlesbrough in the 1950s? To the smell of his father's ice cream cafe? Did he think about the moment at age 21 when he first picked up a guitar, not to be a star, but because he had a sound in his head that needed to get out? In that final week, his famous red Fender Stratocaster sat silent in its case. The hands that coaxed so much emotion from those steel strings were finally resting. Chris Rea was never comfortable with being a celebrity. He was a painter who happened to make music. Perhaps in those final hours, there was a sense of relief. The performance was over. The mask was off. He was just Chris again. Just hours before the announcement of his passing, a message appeared on his official channels. It is haunting to read it now. It was his final act of communication. It was a simple image, a snowy highway at dusk, taillights glowing like embers in the dark. The caption read, "Driving home with 1,000 memories." And below it, a final wish for all of us. I hope your journey is smooth. It was the ultimate farewell. He wasn't raging against the dark. He was accepting the exit ramp. He was realizing that the destination didn't matter anymore. The home he was driving to was no longer a house. It was a state of peace. His family confirmed he passed tranquilly, surrounded by love. He spent his life singing about the road, and he found his rest exactly where the road ends. Chris Rea is gone, but his untold legacy is just beginning. His legacy isn't found in the millions of albums sold. It's found in the integrity of an artist who chose authenticity over fame. It's in every rainy drive, every lonely midnight, and every December when his voice warms our hearts. He taught us that the road to hell is paved with compromise, but salvation is found in staying true to your own sound. Thank you, Chris, for the grit, for the grace, and for the music that understood our loneliness. You are home now, Maestro. The journey is complete. Rest in peace. This is Chris Rea, The Untold Legacy.